The world of luxury cars has always been about more than just engineering and design. It is about prestige, identity, exclusivity, and belonging to an elite class where wealth, taste, and passion for automotive artistry converge, and nowhere is this culture more celebrated than within the world's most exclusive luxury car clubs. Organizations that exist not merely as places for driving but as sanctuaries of opulence where billionaires, royalty, celebrities, and industry titans gather to share their love of rare machines, unparalleled experiences, and the tight-knit sense of community that comes when the barriers of wealth and privilege are removed, and the road is left only for those who can truly afford the price of entry, both in terms of money and status. For these clubs are not for the faint of heart, nor for the casual enthusiast, but rather for the few who live and breathe the world of hypercars, classic treasures, and limited production marvels, and who are willing to spend staggering amounts for the privilege of driving, networking, and basking in an atmosphere that most can only dream of. At the pinnacle of this realm is the Auto Vivendi Club in London, one of the most recognized and revered supercar lifestyle clubs in the world, where membership fees can soar well into the six figures annually. Yet what the members receive in return is an experience that transcends ownership, offering unrestricted access to an ever-rotating fleet of hypercars including Bugattis, Paganis, Lamborghinis, and Ferraris, paired with extravagant events that range from champagne-fueled launch parties to track days at legendary circuits and even luxury lifestyle trips across Europe and beyond, all meticulously curated to ensure that each member feels like they are living in an automotive dream that never ends. For Auto Vivendi is not just a car club, it is a way of life, blending adrenaline, luxury, and exclusivity in a way that very few clubs in the world can replicate. Across the Atlantic, in the heart of New York City, sits the classic Car Club Manhattan, a modern temple for those who seek a blend of nostalgia and modern performance, where members, many of whom are Wall Street magnates and creative industry leaders, gain access to an enviable fleet that spans decades, from rare vintage Porsches and Jaguars to modern McLarens and Aston Martins, with the added benefit of a private clubhouse overlooking the Hudson River that serves as both a social hub and a sanctuary of high design, complete with a restaurant, bar, event space, and views that remind members that they are part of something rare, something that seamlessly merges lifestyle with passion. And in this space, the cars are not just machines, they are conversation starters, business opportunities, and gateways to lifelong friendships formed under the common bond of driving excellence. In Switzerland, known for its discreet wealth and passion for precision, there exists the Supercar Owners Circle, one of the most exclusive and invitation-only clubs in the world, where even the richest may be denied entry if they fail to meet the extraordinary standards of the group. For here the emphasis is on the absolute pinnacle of automotive luxury, with a membership list that includes royal families, tech billionaires, and individuals whose collections include cars so rare that even museums envy them, and the events are not publicized or accessible to outsiders but instead carefully orchestrated, often taking place across the Swiss Alps, Italian coastlines, or private airstrips, where fleets of LaFerraris, Koenigsegg's, Bugattis, and one-off bespoke creations line up not for show but for driving, for in this club driving is an art, and the road is a canvas for machines that cost more than private jets. Similarly, in the United Arab Emirates, where extravagance knows no bounds, lies the Arabian Supercar Club, a gathering point for some of the wealthiest car enthusiasts on earth, most of whom treat cars not only as statements of success, where gold-plated Lamborghinis, diamond-encrusted Rolls-Royces, and limited-edition hypercars that have never been seen outside the Middle East form the backbone of the club's allure, and the members, many of them oil magnates and entrepreneurs, meet in convoys that stretch across Dubai's highways or retreat to private desert resorts where adrenaline-filled drives merge with opulent banquets and helicopter flyovers, making every event a spectacle of wealth, speed, and cultural pride. In Asia, particularly in Hong Kong and Singapore, clubs such as the China Supercar Club and Singcar Club have emerged as hotspots for Asia's growing billionaire class, where the emphasis is not only on ownership but on the celebration of status, with members often flying their cars across continents to attend events, including international rallies, track days, and cross-border tours that highlight both the raw performance of these machines and the global brotherhood that exists among those who can afford them. And in these places the car is not just a car, it is a passport into a world of influence, where deals are struck, friendships are forged, and identities are amplified. Beyond geographical exclusivity, some clubs define themselves not just by wealth but by history and heritage, such as the Ferrari Cavalcade, an annual gathering that is less a club and more a moving festival, where Ferrari owners from around the globe, many of whom are long-standing patrons of the brand, come together in Italy or other glamorous destinations to participate in rallies that celebrate Ferrari's legacy, heritage, and its unique place in automotive history, blending culture, cuisine, and the thrill of driving into one unforgettable package. while similar traditions exist for Porsche, Lamborghini, and Aston Martin owners, creating microclubs within larger brand universes that thrive on loyalty, heritage, and shared enthusiasm for what their chosen mark represents. Then there are hyper-exclusive invitation-only circles like the P1 Club in Europe, where entry requires not only wealth but a proven track record of automotive passion and discretion, for this is a world where privacy is paramount, and members enjoy access to an ever-changing roster of hypercars along with curated experiences that include private track sessions, luxury travel, and even access to rare cars before they are unveiled to the public, making the P1 Club as much a privilege as it is a membership. What sets these luxury car clubs apart from ordinary car communities is not merely the price tag of the vehicles involved, but the culture of curation and exclusivity, where events are designed with meticulous attention to detail, where destinations are chosen not just for driving pleasure but for the overall lifestyle they embody, whether that means winding through the vineyards of France, tearing across the Nevada desert, or arriving at a private chateau in Monaco for a weekend of champagne, fashion, and fine dining. And in this sense, the cars are the unifying theme, but the true allure lies in the lifestyle, the access, and the networking, for to be part of such a club is to open the door to a world where even the unimaginable becomes everyday, where flying cars across continents or shutting down city streets for a parade of million-dollar machines is not an exception but the norm. These clubs often require initiation fees that rival the cost of a luxury home, annual dues that would shock even the wealthy, and an unspoken understanding that to belong is not only to pay but to contribute, to show up, to share, and to embody the spirit of the club. For these are not passive memberships but active, demanding lifestyles, ones that thrive on spectacle, passion, and mutual appreciation for the rarest things in life. Yet, behind the glamour and extravagance, these clubs also serve as cultural touchstones, preserving automotive history, encouraging innovation, and creating spaces where car enthusiasts, regardless of where they come from, can connect over a shared passion. And though most of the world may never step foot inside these sanctuaries of speed and style, their existence fuels the dream that somewhere, somehow, there exists a place where the love of cars reaches its ultimate expression, not as transportation, not even as status, but as art, identity, and above all, community. And so, when one speaks of the most exclusive luxury car clubs in the world, one is not merely describing a list of names, but a philosophy, a way of living that blends performance with prestige, exclusivity with camaraderie, and wealth with the unquenchable human desire to drive, to feel, and to belong to something greater, something extraordinary, something truly unforgettable.